line, angle the entry, and, using the techniques described in the presentation on entries, the ability to enter the water with a minimum of splash, maybe even a rip entry. These lineups being demonstrated can also be done with the same variety of come-out methods described in the springboard presentation on entries. It would be worthwhile to view that tape and then compare it to this section to understand all the possibilities for practice. Beginning with the sitting forward exercises, there are two methods of leaving the platform. First, sit on the edge of the platform with the legs over the end from the knees. Place the hands on the edge and lift the body off the platform in a pike position. Then rock forward into an open pike lineup. This same open pike lineup can be done sitting with the diver already in the correct position before rolling off the platform. It is important to hold the open pike steady during the roll-off, because if the legs drop toward the water during this phase, the diver will over-rotate. This technique can also be practiced with the closed pike starting position. A tuck roll-off can also be done from the sitting position, which Kent demonstrates here. Now the diver can stand in the open pike position and fall forward into the lineup. To practice backward lineups from this height, the squat tuck roll-off is the easiest to learn, followed by the standing backward pike fall. With the foundation of the basic jumps teaching takeoff control, plus the forward and backward lineups teaching body control in the air and on entry, it's time to combine these skills into the springing takeoffs and lineup exercises. The running forward approach and forward dive open pike require the diver to master the approach as well as perform the takeoff with strength and balance. This drill also allows the diver to practice lining up from a dive with more rotation and forward movement. This same dive done in the inward direction tests the diver's ability to perform a good balanced takeoff and control of rotation. After the open pike is being done well, the inward dive tuck can also be performed. In the backward direction, the back dive tuck is the best skill to practice. It helps if the diver performs one or more backward jumps before attempting the dive. When doing this dive, the same press is used as in the jump, but when the diver sits down into the press, the weight should be shifted backward with the hips to achieve proper distance. During the final phase of extension from the platform, as the arms reach overhead, the upper body and head must be kept in a vertical alignment to control the amount of rotation. This same position must be maintained as the tuck position is performed. A strong, quick kick out of the legs to a pike position is needed when coming out of the tuck to slow the rotation. During the kick out, the head should be kept either slightly forward or neutral. As the arms reach for the entry, the body moves to a straight line, and the head is in a neutral position between the arms. To prepare for doing the reverse dive tuck, doing some front jumps first to set the correct distance and balance is beneficial. When moving through the press for the reverse dive, as the diver drops down in preparation for the jump, the balance is shifted forward over the feet to assure good distance. As the extension and takeoff occur, the upper body and head must be kept still to control rotation and should remain in the same position as the tuck is performed. The come-out is done with the same sequence of movements as the back dive tuck. Using the same techniques as just described, the forward, inward, backward, and reverse dives in the pike position should be learned. It is helpful to practice the back dive takeoff and touch action from the side of the pool first to get a feel for balance and speed prior to doing the back dive from the platform. Notice that the arms do not reach quite to a vertical line on takeoff. and the touch of the feet is made approximately at a 45-degree angle short of vertical. This is done to control the amount of rotation. The same is true in the actual back dive pike from the platform. Doing a reverse dive pike takeoff and touch from the side is also a good preparatory skill for the reverse dive pike from the platform. Since rotation is not as easily created in the reverse dive, the arms reach higher and the angle of touch is higher than in the back dive. Now it's time to learn some optional dives, utilizing the approach, takeoff, and balance techniques of the basic skills and the mechanics of execution demonstrated in the springboard section of this videotape series. These dives are presented in the order in which they should be learned. The forward 1 1/2 somersault can be done standing in the open pike position shown here, or closed pike, or tuck position. The same dives can also be done with a running approach. Arm stand dives can rotate in two directions, cut through or reverse direction, and forward somersault. Practice on achieving the arm stand position and control of the balance needs to be done on the ground and or the 1-meter platform before attempting them at the 5-meter level. Once balance is attained, the cut-through action is initiated by letting the body fall past vertical, so the diver is moving away from the platform. Then rotation in the opposite direction is developed by pushing against the platform with the hands and pulling the body through with the arms as the legs begin to tuck to allow the diver to move to a feet-first entry. This is the preparatory movement for learning the arm stand cut-through reverse dive and the arm stand cut-through reverse 1 1/2 somersault at a more advanced level. The arm stand somersault action starts the same as the cut-through, but continues to fall toward the water. As the diver leaves the platform, a move to the open pike position takes place, so the diver can somersault to a head-first entry. Other dives which should be performed at this level are the inward 1 1/2 somersault, tuck, and or pike. The forward 1 1/2 somersault with one twist. A backward 1 1/2 somersault, tuck, and or pike. The reverse 1 1/2 somersault, tuck. The hollow backward somersault. A backward somersault with 1 1/2 twists, whether you have a bubbler or not. And a forward 2 1/2 somersault, tuck, and or pike. Platform diving is exciting and challenging, and it is also less difficult than most divers realize. Develop a good grasp of the fundamentals on the springboard first, then the techniques of takeoffs, jumps, lineups, and basic dives before attempting the optionals. You'll find the rest is easy and fun.